make sure you guys check out our channel partner, GamerSupps. Go to gamersupps.gg and use code ZAK for 10% off. Keto-friendly, 0 cal, 0 carbs, 0 maltodextrin, organic caffeine. I drink it to keep myself going, to keep myself energized. Tonight, I have a little bit of the lemonade left. I think it's called lemon citrus. It's so good. But listen, if you're new to this thing, check out dragon fruit, check out blue raz, or even blueberry. Those are like the top three right there. Dragon fruit for sure. And if you're not into the whole caffeine thing and you just want something that's delicious without a bunch of filler in it, they do have caffeine-free stuff as well. But all the flavors are awesome. They also have some cool merch. So check them out. Gamersupps.gg. Use code ZAK. Link is down below. We're going to start right after this.
Hello there. Yes, science!
Check, check. Is this thing on? Good afternoon. Not a good evening. Not yet. It's not evening here for me. I don't consider the evening until 7 o'clock or after. Currently, it's 5:16 p.m. here, Mountain Time. That would be 6:16 Central. 7. I have to do the math. 7:16 p.m. Eastern. 4. It's still afternoon for the people on the Pacific Coast. 4:16 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to ZAKtalks Tech. My name is Zach. I'll be your hairy host tonight. I need a haircut, and I can't afford it. So help me out here. Just kidding. But seriously. Anyway, people, it's Friday. I was supposed to do a stream yesterday, and it's all about being accountable and being consistent lately for myself. And we were supposed to do a little stream on this guy right here, the Galaxy S23 Ultra, and also take your questions, talk to the community. That's who you are. But then my wife said she was leaving for a meeting, so she left me and my son. I can't remember where my son was. Anyway, no, he was here too. Was he here? Anyway, it was just I was playing dad last night. I had to play dad, so kids first, right? People, I'm excited about this because I'm actually in the middle of recording a kind of a day in the life, but I wanted to do a live stream to kind of field some questions and feel out some of the things I'll be going through and whatnot. I don't have a lot of video. I don't have any video to show you guys because I want to save it for the live for the published video and whatnot. But I do have some images and pictures and things like that. Photos I've taken. You may have seen them earlier this week. There's some additional ones in there as well. And we'll be going through that. If you guys have questions and whatnot, throw them in the live chat. We're just going to kind of do this by the seat of our pants today. I don't really have a show list done up here and everything like that. But we do have our 3 cameras going here tonight. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. Tonight I'm wearing my Roberto Blake. I don't know if you guys can see this. Excuses versus execution. Excuses versus execution. I don't think they mean like capital punishment, but there we are. There it is. So we're wearing that tonight. Support the community and whatnot. I did not get a pair of Marquez shoes because the conversion to Canadian is insane, and I'm also not a sneaker person. But I think the shoe thing is pretty cool. And I don't understand why people are kind of. It seems like some people are up in arms, but it seems like it's always the same people that are up in arms with all things. It's a piece of creator merch. If you want to support the creator, then support them. If you don't want to, then don't. Adams is an awesome company based on the research I've done. That's it. That's all. This is no different than a Lou later case. This is no different than a Mr. Beast burger or chocolate or whatnot. Deal with it. But stop giving us all a headache. That's all I have to say about that. All right, people. If you're new here, what we do is we go through the, we're going to go into the live chat here, see who's here, say hello to the people, and then we're going to dive into things and talk about the Galaxy S23 Ultra, go through some of the features, how I use it, basically hour by hour. I do work mostly from home, so my mileage is going to be different than say somebody else that maybe is out and about and whatnot. But some little quirks and things like that compared to like say other phones and whatnot to show you guys. So. But before we dive into the live chat, I got to give a quick shout out and a quick thank you to StreamYard for powering this live stream. Yes, they are the sponsor of this live stream. They are powering us right here. They make it super simple, people. You pick a microphone, you pick a camera, and away you go. You can integrate music. You can integrate sounds.
Hello there.
Whatever you need to do. You can have up to 10 people. They got a really cool feature now where they take your live stream, because all your live streams are recorded, and you can now clip out sections up to a minute and push it directly to Reels, to Shorts, or to TikTok, or you can download it and then edit yourself. In the past, I used to have to download the entire live stream. It would be between 1.5 2 gigabytes, depending on how long the live stream is. And then I would have to basically scrub that with Final Cut Pro and figure out what were the clips or the shorts that I wanted to use, or Instagram Reels or TikTok. Now I can just do it directly through StreamYard and just download that little bit of clip or however much I want, those 2 or 3 minutes, whatever, and use that for scrubbing. Makes it so much easier, so much better. I don't have to carry huge files anymore from my live streams, but I absolutely love how you can push it. So that's a cool new feature that StreamYard has, but they still don't have dark mode. It's kind of an ongoing joke. StreamYard team, I love you, but dark mode. But anyway, that new repurposing tool, they call it the repurposing tool for StreamYard, is really cool. So check them out, guys, StreamYard.com. Thanks again for them taking care of us here. Link is down below. All right, let's get into it. Enough of the talk and everything. This song always comes on. There we go. We're going to skip that. And we're going to dive into the live chat here. See who's here tonight. See who's hanging out with us. We got Tech for Your Needs coming through here tonight. Tech for Your Needs, he's a channel member. We're going to give him one of these right here.
All right.
And if you want to become a channel member, click the join button. There's also a link pinned there in the chat. You get an icon next to your name, access to special emojis. We're going to do some special private live streams soon. And it's a way to support the channel, support your boy here. Appreciate our live, our channel members. Again, one more time.
All right.
Appreciate you. All right. T-Tech, how you doing? Snowman Ken, how you doing? Justin Collins, how you doing? What else we got here? Trey Foster, and of course we got a bunch of lurkers. All right, people. Samsung Galaxy S23. As per the description, this is a loaner or review unit from Samsung. I have to return it next week, but I'm not going to. Just kidding. But yeah, anyway, it's a review unit. So again, thanks to Samsung for sending this out. Really appreciate it. This is a Transformer. There was a new preview, this trailer this week for the new Transformers movie. And oh my god, I don't know if this guy's in it. If you know who this Transformer is, put it in the live chat. If you know which Transformer this is, put it in the live chat. Let me know who that is, okay? Anyway, Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now, this is the cream color. I believe this is one of the 3 colors that's available through carriers. It's not one of the exclusive colors or anything like that. But let me tell you, this camera, how come that's not focusing? That's really weird. Sometimes my Filmic Pro app has a problem, has an issue there. But anyway, this thing has been, what is going on here? That really ticks me off. Let me see if this zooms in. This should focus. That's really weird. Normally we have no focusing issues. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to see what's going on there, because this is an iPhone working off of Filmic Pro, and it's yeah. Anyway, people, let me tell you, this is and please disregard the dirtiness of the screen. Let me just clear anything that's That's in there. This right here, people, this is the life. Let me tell you, this has been so much fun to use. I realized how much I miss using a big, chunky phone with a stylus. Now, I don't use the stylus all the time, but it's one of those things, and I've talked about this before, where I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, okay? That being said, this is not going to be for everybody simply because of the size. But Samsung, they make no apologies about it. They know that this is a chunky phone. They know what they're getting into. They embrace it. When everybody else was making fun of them when they first came out with the Note, they're like, we're going to go bigger and better. And they've just refined it and everything. Like, if you guys can see the edge here, there's a slight curve with that screen, but it's ever so subtle, and it's not really pronounced like a lot of devices. And I think that this kind of curvature on the edge here is perfect. Is like the perfect curvature. I don't know what the degree is or anything like that, what the angle is, but it's almost perfect when you compare it to other devices that might be really extreme and whatnot. And I really like it. The ultrasonic. Oh, there it goes. The as it doesn't work. Let's do it again. The ultrasonic. I mean, it's barely a touch. You barely have to touch this thing, and she's waking up. I mean, I don't have to press and hold or anything like that. Yeah, those things right off the bat, the size, the curvature, and the screen. Really, really awesome. By the way, if you're old school Android, you might recognize these screens. You might recognize this. You might actually recognize my lock screen as well. I can't remember where these came from, but I know that I had these screens on some of my very first Android devices. So right off the bat, big phone, awesome screen, not too much in the curvature there. I think it's a nice balance there between people that like curved screens and people that like flat screens. I really do. Now, I've been using this the whole time without a case. The back here is kind of a frosted finish. I mean, it's a cream color. It's really hard to see on the camera here. You can see a bit of the Samsung logo on the bottom here. Has a bit of a feel to it, but it's not a fingerprint magnet, which is very, very nice. And I mean, she looks good, right? She looks good. All right, let's put her down here. Let's dive into the live chat. See what you guys are saying. I got a bunch of comments here. Let's go through it. It's a Friday show, people. It's interactive. We're gonna talk about this. If you're catching the replay, we will be putting chapters in for people that want to chapter around and skip around. I normally put the chapters in, and we'll go from there. Oh yeah. Oh wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I got that from my buddy B-Mac. All right, going through the chat here. Justin Collins says, "Yeah, science. It's right there, buddy." Oh, where is it? Hold on.
Oh,
nope.
Yes, science.
One more time.
Yes, science.
Pushing the wrong buttons tonight. All right. Okay, so I think Justin's actually in Ireland. If I'm correct, it's 12:16 a.m. there. I appreciate you staying up. He always catches the replays, I think, and whatnot. So appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you coming through here. TA Texas, Zach, quick question. What's your category of choice for music on Creator Mix? My Creator, so you guys can see up here, Creator Mix. I'm streaming it from Spotify right now. And if you go in there, this mix right here that I'm playing is called State of Flow. There's only 6 different mixes. There's no copyright trap, copyright free, which I think is a mixture, Nimin Live Lo-Fi, which is a little more chill. No copyright State of Flow, no copyright EDM, and no copyright Lo-Fi. And I usually do the State of Flow one. Actually, you know what we're gonna do here? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this one here. This is I don't want to put you guys to sleep in case someone's driving or something like that. This right here, this is the Lo-Fi and Chill Beats by Creator Mix. So we'll put this one on for a bit here. But they're all kind of like, everything's got kind of a beat and everything like that. So I usually use the State of Flow mix, so if that answers your question. Trey Foster, how you doing? Rocksmith, how you doing? Dude, yes, totally. This is Soundwave. Yes, this is Soundwave. This is actually a reissue of the original toy and everything like that. It's plastic and whatnot, but it's not the same size or anything. So I really wish this camera would focus. Why is it not normally I have no issues with this camera focusing. I don't know what's going on with that tonight. Yeah, Decepticon. I actually have a Decepticons t-shirt. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome for an old guy to wear. Jay Boogie, my guy Zach, what's up? Hey Jay, glad you're coming through, man. Appreciate you showing up here tonight. Aditya, how you doing? Doing good, sir. Thanks for coming through, man. T-Tech says he's digging the tunes. All right, so day in the life. Now I work primarily from home. I do some contract work outside. In terms of what I do for work, I guess I'm a subcontractor. I actually kind of work for 3 different companies right now, 3, and it's on a contractual or a kind of a work by work basis. So it's not like a set, 8 to 5 or 7 to 4 hours or 9 to 5 or whatever you want to call it, right? So the majority of my work is done here because that work entails either video editing. So I'll get the MacBook right here. I've got the big screen right here. Voiceover work, which actually I switched this out for a different microphone when I do my voiceover. And other administration duties involving social media. That's all I can say because I've signed NDAs and agreements around that. But I'm running a couple different companies, Facebook, Twitter, and sometimes TikTok for them. But only during certain hours on certain days and whatnot. So yeah, I'm kind of dabbling in a little thing, just whatever's gonna bring in the money right now. I'm all over the place. But for the most part, my days are in the house here. That being said, I actually use my phone for a lot of the things that I'm doing. So I've loaded up the Galaxy here, not only with my personal things and my SIM is in here and whatnot, but also with the accounts and things like that of the other accounts I'm taking care of. Now, I can't show you guys those accounts, but again, I can tell you the apps like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and whatnot. So I have notifications turned on for pretty much everything, right? So, and I have to based on the agreements and the work that I'm doing. So the Galaxy is constantly going off with notifications, and I don't do buzzing notifications. I do sound. It just works better for me. But basically, my day starts at about 7:15, 7:30, whenever I decide to roll out of bed, get the kiddies off to school. I got the alarm that goes off with this. I make it a rule not to even look at social media for the first 45 minutes to an hour. And by the time I get the kids off to school, about an hour later or so, they're walking to school. My phone is either still at 100% or 99. I very rarely turn off my phone. I'll put it on a wireless charger at night. It slow charges all night, and away we go. I'll very rarely do that. I will set up. Nice thing about the Samsungs is I set it up so that it power cycles every 24. I think it's every 24 or 48 hours. I have it power cycling. I would recommend, no matter what phone you have, to do a power cycle every 24 to 48 hours. Usually every 24 hours. Just like whenever you got your notifications all cleared, just do a restart. And that's good for your memory and everything like that. Especially some Androids and whatnot. So this thing is on a wireless charger. It's usually on something like this, like the Nomad. So it'll be on the wireless charger there. You guys can see. Go ahead and kick it in there with the charge. It'll be on there overnight. I use a different wireless charger upstairs. It's a different version of Nomads upstairs, and it'll be on there charging overnight, wirelessly. I try to do mostly wireless charging, and then I have this one here at my desk. So by the time I get down to my office here, down to the studio here, I figured out what I'm going to do for the day in terms of work, and I've set aside those hours and things like that I've dedicated for each company, and away we go. Now sometimes I find myself in a situation where my microphone is not cooperating, or the audio needs to be sent in a certain format or via a different way, like say directly through Instagram or directly through Facebook, whatnot. And sometimes I'll record that audio, the voiceover, directly into my cell phone and directly into my mobile phone. And when I do that, in the past, I've used just my regular phone, like my Pixel. I'm happy to say that the 2 times I've done some voiceover stuff with the Galaxy here, the audios come out perfectly fine. So I'm literally doing one of these things, like just talking like this, and I'm capturing with the microphone, and then I might clean it up and post and whatnot. And that's working really well for me. By that time, it's about 10 o'clock or so. So I've been, the phone's been off the charger for, we'll say, 3 hours, 10:30. We'll say about 3 hours there. And I'm usually around 89, 88% kind of thing. It depends on how many notifications and things like that have come in. And again, the Galaxy has a 5,000 milliamp battery, so we're doing well there. From 10 till 12 or so, 10 till 1 kind of thing, I'm checking notifications. I'm on Twitter, doing tweeting things, and I'm sending out information and posts on Instagram or Facebook or whatever the social media is. I might be doing editing through Final Cut. As a general rule, when I'm at my desk here, I will only put my phone, or in this case the Galaxy S23, on a wireless charger only when I hit around 30-40%, depending on the time of the day. I've only actually had to use this once in the 10 days that I've been using the phone or so, which has been really nice because this battery has been phenomenal. It's a 5,000 milliamp battery, and again, your mileage may vary, but I've only had to use the wireless charger once there. So, we get to lunch hour. Lunch, I'm usually kicking around 75, 74, maybe 70% or so. Again, I don't have an exact screen times for you guys. I will have the screen on time for the actual posted video. And then during lunch, I'm usually going through my YouTube notifications, my personal YouTube notifications. And I'm watching videos over the lunch hour. I'm commenting, I'm liking, I'm maybe posting my own short that I've edited the day before kind of thing. And by the time lunch is kind of done and everything, we're still sitting around the 67-70% ish or so. A couple more hours go by, it's about 2-3 o'clock, and then I'm usually around 50% or so. Then that's normally where I am. I'm used to being around 40-50%, and that's where I'm at with this. So again, doing extremely well, but again, the majority of my work is done through my laptop directly here. So the phone for the most part is just sitting here, but again, there's notifications coming through, and depending on the work I'm doing, I may be pushing that work through the phone. Okay, but again, I already have that work lined up, and I'm accessing files through Google Drive, through Box, through Dropbox, and things like that. And in my day, it's usually around 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I'm usually sitting around 40-45%, again, depending on notifications. The lowest I've had this around 4:30 has been 35%. Most days I'm around 45-48%. Kids get home about that time or so, about an hour before. So I go hang out with them, put the phone down, go hang out with the kids, play some video games, build some Lego, things like that, whatever it is. Ask them how their day is, play around with the phone a little bit. And then we usually eat dinner around 5:30, 6 o'clock kind of thing. I guess that's early for some people. Well, yeah, we eat around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I'm usually around, again, 40-35%. And then I make a decision, depending on how my evening's going to go. Do I top this up while I'm eating? So do I plug in, or do I put on wireless charging, or do I just let it go? Now, if I let it go up until the point where I go to bed, I don't hit the sack till about 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm just a night owl. I'll push this thing to right till 10 or 15%. If I top it up, then I've topped it up, and I've kind of done a disservice there to screen on time and whatnot. So that being said, I personally am getting all day battery, considering how much social media and what I'm pushing through here. Voice recordings, I've done some video recordings for a couple projects. I've been very, very happy. Been really, really happy. It's hard for me to compare it against another device, for example, because I really haven't had it long enough. If I had the device for maybe another week or so, I could probably give you a better idea versus, another device kind of thing. But this has been really, really good for what I do, for working from home, social media, primarily on the laptop, on the desktop kind of thing. But again, this thing is going off with notifications all the time. And it's nice that I can control those notifications so they're not going off all the time and everything like that. So I can't believe it's 21 degrees here right now. That's Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. That's crazy. It's 21 here right now in April. So there you go. That's kind of my day in the life, and that's more or less what you guys are going to get from my published video, although it's a lot of B-roll. It's going to be kind of a fun video. It's something I've never really done. Should give you a good idea of what you can expect. It is really, really nice to have a stylus. I can't even tell you guys how many times where I was on a phone call on a different phone, and let's just go ahead. Now, normally you don't have to unlock that. Normally you can just pull the pen out and start taking notes. Weird. How come it's doing that? Anyway, yeah, so, you know, take your thing, make your notes, and away you go. I think I may have set up a security setting, but normally you can take out the pen right from the lock screen and just, you know, start doing your notes and whatnot. So, that's been lots of fun. I like how it saves it to the cloud. I think my kids... Let's take a look here. I think my kids did a bunch of stuff the other day. Nope, those are my notes right there. What's this say? To take notes. So yeah, anyway. It's been a beast. It's been really, really good. It's exactly what you would expect from Samsung's flagship. Battery has been amazing. The cameras have been amazing. We're going to go through some photos here in a bit after we go through the live chat. And, yeah, I mean, just like I said, just be aware of, you know, it's a big phone. It's a heavy phone. It is heavier than the Pixel, okay? It's even heavier than this Pixel with a case on it, even though it's a thin case. That being said, you may want to look at something like Galaxy S23 Plus or just regular Galaxy S23. I am going to ask Samsung if they will send me the regular 23 or 23 Plus. My last Samsung before this was the S21 Plus, and I love that because I thought it was a great compromise between something bigger but not going full size with the stylus and whatnot. That being said, I know there's one less camera and things like that, but I don't think for most people it will affect performance and whatnot. So that'll be really interesting. I don't think there's enough people reviewing or taking a look at the 23 or the 23 Plus. So, but yeah, this is your big boy. This is your flagship when it comes to like a slab or flat device. You really can't get better than this when it comes from Samsung devices unless you go to like a foldable. I don't have experience with foldables, so it's hard for me to talk like that. So I'm not sure what else to really expand on with that, other than getting into some photos and things like that here. I do have a couple other things to go through as well, but let's dive into the live chat. Let's see who's here and see you guys have some questions and whatnot. So Manny says, where can I order that shirt, Zach? This is from Roberto Blake, and I don't know if he's selling it anymore. So excuses versus execution. I don't know if he's selling this anymore. I bought this a few years ago from Roberto, and I really like this shirt. So I'm gonna here's your chance. Take a screenshot and tag me and Roberto Blake, asking him where can I get this shirt. Oh, hold on. All right, that's what you gotta do. Tag me and Roberto Blake using that. I don't even know if it's on his store anymore, but he'll probably tell you. I like this shirt. Here's another reason why I like this shirt. I lost some weight lately, and yeah, it's a little snug, but it fits a lot better than it used to. So yeah, there we go. Tia Tech said, "Will iPhone ever adopt an S Pen type thing ever?" I can see them doing like their pencil thing. But as for it attached to the device, hard to say. Because it seems like if you want to go that route, you go iPad Mini. So that's the way I kind of see things right now, or how things have been slowly going with Apple. Apple stays the course for the most part. They know it works. They know what their demographic is, the people that are paying, whatnot. Unfortunately, you and I, us tech nerds, us tech geeks, we aren't necessarily the demographic. It's not that they're not listening to us, but they're listening to like your mom and dad, or your grandparents, or your sister who doesn't know anything about tech and everything like that. Not that my sister doesn't know anything about tech. Well, yeah, she's okay. She's doing okay. It says, maybe switch your phone screen off and pull the S Pen. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that again. Okay, so hold on. It's okay. So we're off. There we go. That was really weird. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah. So you can just go straight into taking your notes no matter what you're doing. As soon as you put it in there, the note saves, and away you go. That all saves to your Samsung account. So make sure when you get a Galaxy device, set up your Samsung account, and that'll be saved. You can also push your photos there if you're not using Google Photos. I would recommend using Google Photos over Samsung's thing. Although they do integrate with OneDrive if you're into that kind of thing with the Microsoft integration and whatnot, which is really nice. There's been a couple incidents with a couple times this week where I had Word documents sent to me. Word documents, and I normally open those in Google Docs, but I opened them in Microsoft Word on here. I was able to work away on them with no problem at all. Same thing with PDFs. Signing a couple documents was a lot easier than using my finger. So just little things like that. It's one of those things where I don't use the S Pen all the time, but it's nice to have it, kind of thing. So now let's go through some photos here. Okay, so I went through a lot of these photos with you guys earlier this week, so those of you that weren't here, some of this will be new to you. Let me just make sure we're not showing anything we shouldn't show. It's a family show after all. So all these photos were taken with the Galaxy S23 Ultra on just a regular point and shoot kind of thing. There might be some obvious portrait modes. And a couple things I do want to point out to you guys. All right. So this was a selfie we took earlier last week there when we were doing the unboxing and whatnot. It's great because you can see straight up my nose, and people love that. I'm sorry. Moving on here. Dusty keyboard. All right. Now this is something I pointed out. I actually made a YouTube. Did I make a short about this? I think I made a short about this, and I did something on TikTok and a couple other platforms. But one of the issues I have with all devices is portrait mode when I'm wearing my glasses and I turn my head. Because as you can see here, I have clear frames along the bottom. So my frame is only along the top here and along the sides, but this bottom part is clear, so there's a wire going through. What normally happens with a lot of devices, especially if my head is turned, this part right here gets blurred out right here on the corner. So let me just again show you guys. This part right here would normally blur. That happens. This did not happen with the Galaxy. In fact, I wanted to point it. This is me using the S Pen right here, but that section right there would normally blur, especially with a white bright type of background and whatnot. And I took a couple of different angles. You guys can see here, I took a couple of different angles. Even going back to this one right here, sometimes this corner here would blur. And every time it captured it perfectly. I turned my head several different times, and it just came out absolutely perfect. Like, we'll zoom in here again. Look at that. There's not even a whisper of blur. It's perfect. And I've never had a device been able to nail that, like off the bat right away. So I am really, really impressed. If I'm looking straight on with the camera, no problem at all in a portrait mode. Again, this is portrait mode. But if my head is turned, normally that's an issue. So this is, I'm really impressed. Another thing too, I put this on Twitter, in terms of what you can do with the camera. So when I took a portrait mode photo of my daughter here, we were just sitting there. It defaulted to a 5 in terms of intensity for the background. 504, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Glad you're here. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for being here. So it defaulted to a 5 in terms of the blur, and you're able to edit that right on the fly as soon as you take the photo. I put it down to a 2. So let me ask you guys in the chat. Taking into account everything, which background blur do you prefer? 5, which is almost at the top. I think 7 is the strongest. Or 2. I personally like 2. So you got the bananas in the background, got the popcorn maker, you got the edging around my daughter's head here. She was doing I think she's doing a word search or something like that. So do you prefer a 5, which is really intense, like it's really obvious, like jumping out there, or 2? I think 2 feels more natural. I thought it was really interesting that the phone defaulted to 5, and I thought it was just really strong. Or maybe that's just to get the consumer's attention. But the nice thing is you can take that photo, you can hit the edit button right away and change that. There's no delay. There's no waiting around. It's not processing. It's very fast. It's very quick. Don Coven says he likes the 5. Okay, cool. Fair enough. And that's the nice thing. Everybody can adjust it for themselves. So yeah, do you prefer 2 or 5? You guys let me know. 5, 2. I'm actually really digging this mix right here. This is the Lo-Fi and Chill Beats by Creator Mix. All right. The gentleman on the left is my 80-year-old uncle, Gordon. The little goofy guy on the right is my son. He took a selfie here. Now, in case you're wondering, there's a stamp in the corner here. It says Galaxy S23. That defaults off. That will not be there when you get the phone. Okay, I actually had to turn that on. I turned that on one just to have it there for reviews like this and for organization and whatnot. So this was just a quick selfie they took, and I mean it looks great. I'm not sure how close we want to get in there, but it looks really good. And then you know, my son decided to do his eyebrow thing, and I think Uncle Gordon was trying to do the same thing too. But he's 80 years old, and I love him to death. That's my Uncle Gordon. He's totally awesome, and I love that man. All right. Then we got the fam right here. My son took this picture, so my 11-year-old son took this. We got me. My dad is in the middle, and then his brother Gordon there, my Uncle Gordon there. And, you know, they're having a little Miller Lite here and some clam there after dinner. Good times, good times. And as you can see, Zach needs a haircut. But the lighting and everything came up perfectly. My parents just recently painted all their walls and everything, and this is actual like what it looks like. There's no correction here or anything like that. I gave the phone to my daughter, and she took a picture of the Costco apple pie that my mother was serving. My mother tried to pass it on as her own apple pie, but I caught her. Gotcha, Mom, with the Costco packaging there, and she just did a point and shoot. She just tapped to focus, and this is not a portrait mode, so it did some weird things here along the edging here. That shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't be like this. So I'm gonna do a little more investigating because I'm 99% sure this was just a regular mode photo. My son took this. This is just a regular mode. He just decided to take a picture of a Coke can. I'm not sure why. I'm not a fan of the zero sugar. I try to stay away from that stuff. This is what do they call these things? They call these it's not a wind catcher. It's like a sun catcher, I guess. So you got the light coming in. This is a south-facing window, and I thought it captured it quite well. It's all dark around here. You got the light coming in. The colors look good. Bananas. My son took this picture again. Came out really good. It captured that green at the end of the bananas really good too. These weren't quite ready to eat. 504 says he kind of likes both. There you go, in terms of the blur. Good stuff, man. To each his own, right? But it's nice that you can adjust it. And then we got Loki. This is my cat, Loki. Now, this was a portrait mode photo, and I'm undecided about it. Let me tell you why. This edging along the top here and the side here, like this ear, I think should be blurred, somewhat bokeh, but I'm not sure about the rest of this. And I wish that I'd taken a photo along with like a separate another photo with a different phone. I mean, from right there, from first glance, it looks great, but when I kind of look at the edging and whatnot, I feel like this could have been a little bit better. Or maybe this looks natural to some of you guys. So you guys let me know. You guys let me know if you think this is acceptable. I think this is acceptable. I think this is acceptable for social media and things like that. I know that we're all pixel peepers and whatnot, but it really, when I took a closer look at it, I was like, what's going on here? It did capture the individual long hairs here pretty good. These ones right here. I don't mind that this ear is bokeh, but again, this edging here and this edging right here just kind of threw me off. In fact, if we get close enough, I don't know if you can see the reflection of, yeah, you can see the phone right here. You can see the phone right here, the picture being taken. That's pretty good. Yeah. 504 says it looks more like it was taken with a standalone camera to me. Okay, so it feels like it's more natural. Okay, Okay, fair enough. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad photo. It's just something I noticed compared to, why does it keep on doing that? Compared to when I like say compares a similar type of photo, like say with a pixel or something like that. So anyway, there you guys go. There's some photos. Now, yesterday, or was it yesterday? Or was it today? No, it was yesterday. Yesterday, I released a YouTube short showing the 8K samples of video that I took of my son getting a haircut. And the short bombed. I don't know why. I think it has partially to do with the title and the fact that I uploaded it like 6 different times in several different formats. So I'm going to be re-uploading that short tomorrow morning. And if you could watch that tomorrow, it's 57 seconds long. Give it a like, comment. That would be amazing. That would be great. I'm not used to my shorts bombing so bad and whatnot. Normally they take right off. But I think part of the problem was the title and the fact that YouTube was like, why are you uploading this so many times? And I only put one of them live. I was experimenting with a bunch of things. But it is a true 8K upload, although YouTube Shorts formats down to 4K. Okay, so if you upload 8K and regular 16 by 9, you'll get that. But if you do a short, upload an 8K short, because I was recording 8K 30 on this, which blows my mind that you can do 8K 30 on this kind of device. If you upload 8K 30, it takes it down to 4K. So yeah, if you guys get a chance tomorrow, make sure you have your notifications on. Watch that, 57 seconds long. That would be terrific. And there's some good music in there as well from Jonathan and Friends, along with Nico and whatnot, his new track there and everything like that, if you're familiar with Jonathan and Friends. So, but there you guys go. There's Day in the Life, Galaxy S23 Ultra. I'm going to have a long-form published video with all basically everything I went over coming out next week. That's the plan, next week. I'm also working on a kind of a kids review tech kind of thing. So my son's been using this a lot. He's been grabbing it for me whenever he can. He really likes the stylus, coloring, drawing things, drawing over pictures and things like that. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to get his take on it, because he's used my wife's Pixel 7. He's used the Pixel 6a. He's used my Pixel 7 Pro. He's used my other Samsungs in the past. He played with a couple of Huawei phones here, a couple of LGs and whatnot. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to get his opinion on this, show some of the pictures and videos that he takes, and just get the opinion of an 11-year-old. I literally know kids that are younger than him that have Galaxy devices and whatnot. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to get his opinion and his take on the tech and everything like that. All right, drink. So, on the menu, that YouTube short's coming out tomorrow. I dropped the short today that actually links back to the live streams. I've been doing that a lot lately, but this is a standalone short that will come out tomorrow morning. I'll upload it tomorrow morning and then release it and whatnot. Sunday, right now we're tentative for Sunday for live stream. Sunday's a really busy day here for some reason. So I should be back live streaming on Sunday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's a crazy day, which is great because I get to run around the city taking a bunch of pictures and video with this, so that'll be fun. And then we're back to things going into next week. I'm trying to make sure I'm consistent with 2 to 3 live streams a week with you guys. You'll probably notice on Twitter, I have not been posting the link. There's a reason for that. I'm just kind of experimenting with a couple different things and whatnot. According to Twitter's algorithm that was released and whatnot, the open source there, they treat anything with a link as quote-unquote spam and suppresses it. But then again, I'm also not Twitter blue. So I've just been putting on Twitter, hey, live. So hopefully you have your notifications. Hopefully you're subscribed and whatnot. And I'm also going to be posting more to the community page as well. So find me on the Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Am I doing Snapchat? No, I'm not doing Snapchat. All the places. Let's take a look here. Also, quick, I want to mention this really quick. Quick little shout out to Buy Me a Coffee. Now, if you're familiar with Buy Me a Coffee, it's a way to support creators and whatnot. They put out a tweet the other day saying, "Hey, link us your buy me a coffee wish list," and they purchased something on my wish list. I should have had this lined up before. Let's see if I can find it here. Ah, here it is. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Where is it? Ah, here we go. So they put out a tweet the other day saying, send us your buy me a coffee wish list, and I gave them my wish list. I'll show you guys my wish list in a second. And they went ahead and they contributed $27 towards the Samsung desktop mic stand, and I'll show you guys what that is. If we go to buy me a coffee, if we go to the wish list, I think it's still on there. Yeah, it's a desktop stand. It's right here. So now previously funded, this guy right here. So it's going to be, it's a desk stand. It's going to be round. It'll basically sit right in the middle of here for certain shows and whatnot. So I can stop using the arm here just to kind of change things up and make a little bit more room on the end of my desk here. So that was really cool. Thank you to Buy Me a Coffee. You guys can set up your own Buy Me a Coffee. Now, you don't have to just do a wish list, whatnot. You can leave it just completely open. You can see here in the past, people have supported me here. So EM, someone bought 167 coffees. Someone bought a coffee. Dead Wingman. Appreciate all these people and whatnot. So a way to support your creators and whatnot. And there's a couple more things on here. I got there's a boom arm here. I got a cam link and whatnot. So go ahead and have a look through that. Now none of these actually link back to like Amazon or anything like that. You literally just put an image and the amount. And so you're basically trusting the creator to put those funds towards that thing. So once I get up to the amount that I can withdraw from Buy Me a Coffee, I'll be doing that and picking that up from Amazon. So thanks again to Buy Me a Coffee for purchasing that. That's cool. Like if you go through their link and whatnot, they bought a bunch of things for people this month and everything like that. So I really appreciate them. Anyway, people, stream more. You'll be there. I know you will be, Jay. I know you will. We just need to get a consistent. What I would love, Jay, is just to have like the stream every single day. But realistically, can't do that as a dad. Got the kids, and we got baseball, we got soccer, and all sorts of things. I think my son's also going to be taking Taekwondo again, or is it Kung Fu? I think he's taking Kung Fu, and whatnot. So as it stands right now, I'm trying to do between 2 and 3 a week. And as it stands right now, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday seem to be working the best, but that could change. So just have your notifications on. Follow me on Twitter because I'll put out a tweet saying, hey, streaming tonight. But if you have your notifications turned on YouTube, I'll usually put the stream up 2 to 3 hours before. Tonight was an exception. To be perfectly honest, I'm streaming tonight because Viper's not. I normally don't stream on Friday nights. I normally watch him, or I'm usually out with the family. This is a rare occasion where I'm home and Viper's not streaming, so I figured, what the heck, let's stream. So I think he's watching the draft or something like that. I think it's NFL draft. I'm not sure what was going on. I know that the Winnipeg Jets, are out of the playoffs. You want to hear something funny? The Las Vegas Golden Knights have 25 Canadian players, and the Winnipeg Jets only have 9. So it kind of makes Vegas more of a Canadian team. That being said, I'm cheering for Boston. I want Boston to take it because they set so many awesome records this year. I don't even know what that series at. I'm not even sure what they're playing tonight. I usually don't watch the NHL playoffs unless the Flames are playing or into the second or third round. So, does anybody know where Boston's at in terms of the series? I haven't checked. Anyway, people, I appreciate you guys all coming through. Next stream should be on Sunday. Be looking for that short tomorrow on the channel. It's just it's a quick 57-second long 8K demo from a barbershop of what the Galaxy S23 Ultra does. I got nothing but good things to say about this. Just be aware, she's a big gal. and she's chunky, and she's heavy, but she brings it all. You know, she's got a hell of a personality. Okay, so such a bad analogy. There's some you can't say that about women. Okay, sorry. Anyway, people, Boston can suck a
Cucumber.
Dude, calm down. What did Boston do to you? What did Boston do to you? Anyway, people, we're going to roll this outro here. I appreciate you guys all coming through. You guys all have a safe? You guys all have a safe and healthy weekend. Find me on the Twitters and the Instagrams and all that kind of stuff, and TikTok and everything like that. And I can't find my outro again. There it is. You guys take care. Cheers.